Algebra students, welcome back. We're in section 2.4 right now. We're still doing inequalities. We identified inequalities in 2.1, 2.2, and 2.3. We did one-step inequalities, learning a special rule in 2.3 about when we multiply or divide each side of an inequality with a negative number. We now know how to handle that situation. And now we're going to get into two-step and multi-step inequalities. So we're going to build on our knowledge. So hopefully we're feeling very, very confident and we're ready to roll with this. All right, let's look at example 1. We're going to solve these two-step inequalities. Remember the rule, okay? If you multiply or divide each side of an inequality with a negative number. All right, what are you going to do? Flip the symbol. Okay, flip the symbol over. Flip that inequality symbol. So greater than becomes less than becomes greater than. Okay? All right, so let's take a look. We've got 160 plus 4f is less than or equal to 500. All right, so you just treat it as though there were an equal sign there. Our game plan doesn't change at all just because we're doing inequalities. You're going to get the variable term by itself. Do that first, and then we can deal with the 4. Can't do anything with the 4 in front of the f until you get anything that's added to or subtracted from it away over to the other side. So we really need to deal with that 160, okay? So we're going to take away 160 from each side, okay? All right, so we're going to have 4f, just drop everything down, is less than or equal to, and then we need to do 500 minus 160, which is 340, okay? Now we can get f by itself. So to undo multiplication, because that's what's going on between the 4 and the f, we're going to divide each side by 4. This is a good time, if you have a calculator, to go ahead and divide those numbers, and let's see what you end up with. And you're going to get with f is less than or equal to 85. Okay? So that's how you get there. So remember, in a two-step equation or inequality, undo addition and subtraction first, then undo multiplication and division, okay? Now, the rule that we wrote right here to help us remember actually did not come into play. All of our numbers were positive, so we really didn't need to worry about the rule at all, okay? But sometimes that's not going to happen. So let's look at our next example, and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, we have 7 minus 2t is less than or equal to 21. Now, some of you are, you're still pretty concerned about your signs. You're just not real confident in them yet. For those of you that do see it, 7 is positive, but the 2t is technically negative. 21 is positive. Now, if you're not seeing it, let's rewrite subtraction as addition. So instead of 7 minus 2t, let's do 7 plus a negative 2t. Now do you see that 7 is positive, 2t is actually negative, and 21 is positive? Something real simple like changing subtraction to addition makes all the difference in the world. All right, so our game plan remains the same. It's a two-step equation or inequality. So we're going to isolate our variables. So we're going to put our force field up. We're not going to move or touch anything related to that term just yet. We need to get anything added to it or subtracted from it over on the other side. So 7 is positive and it's being added to negative 2t. So we are going to subtract 7 from each side. Excellent. Okay. So just drop everything down. We've got negative 2t is less than or equal to 14, because 21 minus 7 is 14. All right, now we're ready to get the t by itself. Pay close attention. We have a negative sign. We are getting ready to divide each side with a negative number. The rule is going to come into play here. So make sure you remember the rule. We're going to use it here. So we're going to take t, drop it down, and instead of less than or equal to, we're going to make it greater than or equal to, because we divided each side with a negative number. And now we've got 14 divided by negative 2, and that's going to be negative 7. And there's your answer. T is greater than or equal to negative 7. All right, so two-step equations, you got this. This is how you do it. So just be careful, undo addition and subtraction first. Then when you undo multiplication and division, be really careful. Use the rule if the number you're moving is negative, okay? If you're moving, multiplying each side with a negative number or dividing each side with a negative number, use the rule and flip the symbol over, okay? Write your questions down if you have any and bring them to class and let's talk about it. Thanks for listening.